What's going on, guys? Doomwake here, and welcome back to some more Pioneer content on the channel. Before we continue, as always, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help out the channel numbers and analytics. Like the video and let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the video. And if you got maybe if you have a Pioneer RC still coming up, I know that there's Europe and Canada yet to be played yet. So let me know if you're going to the RC, and let me know what you're playing down in the comments. I do read all the comments, by the way. So now I am recording this after regional championship in DC, and I don't really have a ton of reason to play Pioneer. There's no big tournaments coming up, but I still really love the format. And one of the decks that I had been spending some time on prior to DC was this Boros Legends deck. And I think that the Boros Legends archetype people have tried it in the past, but it really did gain some important cards here from Duskmourn. So first and foremost, the card you see on your screen, Arabella Abandoned Doll. This is a 1/3. Whenever it attacks, you deal X to each opponent, you gain X, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. So ostensibly what this deck is, it's just a beatdown deck, right? There's 34 creatures, 4 Mox Ambers, and some lands. You're just trying to curve out with creatures, attack your opponent, get them dead as quick as possible. And Arabella really does help that because or I guess the only one that doesn't trigger it is what? Bruse, Tarl, and Breeches, but everything that's 2 or lower does trigger Arabella. And that is really important because you go wide, attack with Arabella, and deal your opponent a lot of damage. Now, another new printing here from Duskmourn, actually very, very relevant in the form of Norin Swift Survivalist. So at its core, it's just a 1-mana 2/1 legendary creature. So that matters for your Mox Amber starts, because before, you'll notice you previously had Kytheon and Skrelv, right? So, in the dream scenario where you go land, Mox Amber, double 1-drop, you could do that before with Kytheon and Skrelv. But the only red 1-drop you had before was Zurgo. So you couldn't do that with your red creatures. You couldn't go, land Mox Amber, double Zurgo, one of them's going to die. So now that you have Norin, you have more opportunities to go land Mox double 1-drop. Those draws are very powerful because you're just flooding the board early in combination with stuff like Arabella and things like that. Just lets you kind of go wide. And the other important thing that Norin does is, in a weird way, it sort of gives your Arabella, not unblockable, but what Norin says is whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you can exile it. And then if you do, you can play it this turn. So what happens is if you have Norin and Arabella in play, you attack with Arabella, get the attack trigger. Even if they block it with, say, a 3/3, you can use the Norin to exile it and then replay it, which means it doesn't die in combat, and then it gets another shot at attacking next turn. That also happens to work very well with Pia, because Pia is a 2/3. Whenever you play a land or a card from exile, you make a 1/1 Thopter. So if they block your creature with Norin, you exile it, replay it, get a token with Pia. That is a little bit of synergy there as well. Again, the other 1-drops here, we've mentioned Kytheon, Skrelv, and Zurgo. 4th Alia, you're playing a deck with 34 creatures. Makes a lot of sense. 2, Goro-Goro. Looks out of place, and it is not the most powerful legend. But the reason I wanted to try Goro-Goro is it is a way to give Arabella haste, and that seemed pretty powerful to me, where on 3 mana, you just go play Arabella, activate Goro-Goro, give it haste, and sometimes you can just one-shot your opponent that way. Inti, another powerful legend, gives stuff trample, and lets you see more cards. Inti also works very well with Pia. You're playing cards from exile, triggering Pia. And that was kind of the idea behind V's expensive legends, where Breeches, when it attacks, you can exile the top card and play it, triggers Pia. And then Bruse Tarl, whenever it enters or attacks, exile the top card, you can play it. So more ways to trigger Pia, because I feel like we didn't quite have enough with just the Intis and the Norins, because the thing about Norin is if they just say no blocks, then you don't actually get value off the Pia, because they're not blocking your creatures. Now, that means that you're getting damage through, so it's not that bad, but you don't get to trigger the Norin with Pia all the time. Or you don't get to trigger the Pia with Norin all the time, if that makes sense. That is pretty much it for the main deck. Again, the Mox Ambers, those are pretty self-explanatory. The mana base is kind of cool because the fact that you're playing a bunch of legends means that you can play maybe a couple more legendary utility lands than you would normally play. I guess really only the second Soken's on in this case. because we're playing 22 lands. You could consider cutting a couple of spells for more Eiganjo and more Sokenzan. I don't know, because then it's just, you do end up like, I would say flooding, but the reason that these cards are so powerful is they're always going to be 1 mana, because your deck is all legends. So maybe it is worth cutting it, like maybe the Goro-Goros for like second Eiganjo, third Sokenzan. I could see something like that. And then Plaza of Heroes, another powerful land that you get to play, where it fixes your mana, which you don't care about that much because you're only 2 colors, but it gives your stuff hexproof and indestructible. So that's pretty important against maybe some, Supreme Verdict or removal spells. Being able to save Arabella for a turn could be very important, so keep that in mind. As far as the sideboard is concerned, we got our trusty Gigantha, a couple of Redains for Lotus and Sacrifice, a Loran, a couple of Tomix for Lotus, Rest in Peace for Phoenix, 4 Portable Hole, Rakdos Prowess, I'm looking at you, 2 Rending Volley for Spirits, and a Phoenix. So that is pretty much it for the main deck. I gotta tell you, this league went pretty well. I won't spoil it, entirely. Maybe the title did. I'll see what I haven't made the title yet, but maybe I'll think about that when I make the title. But anyways, I'm rambling. Thank you all for watching the intro. I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Do we got anybody in the chat that's got a spare Twitch Prime sub? It is the best way to support the content. If you got an Amazon Prime account, you can link your Amazon account to your Twitch account and unlock that 1 free subscription every single month. Any primers? It's a lot of Moxes. Jesus. Okay, I kind of hate it already. Also, our opponent revealed that he hears us, so he may just have to go to the next match. Okay. Get out of here, Zurgo. I'm just going to put the second Zurgo back, too. Because if we find a red source, we can just cast this. Starburst, thank you for the 35 months. I think they're on Boros. All right, how good is Thalia against Boros? I mean, Thalia into Animbacall is a hell of a curve. And now we can play second Thalia to make their Wrath cost 5. Right? Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Just gonna pretend like Wrath doesn't exist, because we probably can't beat it anyways. So, what if they just didn't cast Wrath, What happens if our opponent did not ever cast a sweeper? Honestly, even if they have lockdown, we kind of still win, right? Yeah, because they're just dead to the Animbacall. That would have been good last turn. That would have been good last turn. But I think we're still fine. Because now, I guess they can cast Verdict, right? They could Verdict. But they would need an untapped land that's not a shock. What is my weakest card against blue-white? Kind of like Goro-Goro, because haste post-Wrath is kind of nice. I'm going to cut the Intis. Yeah, maybe the Arabella. Arabella's pretty bad against sweepers, right? Yeah, I mean, it does kind of feel bad to cut the new card, but it is really bad against sweepers. Yeah, that's fair. You like the Redain? We could do Redain over 1 Inti. I'm down with that. Would you Loran for lockdown, maybe? Over, like, the 4th Norin? I could buy that. Try that. This hand is nice. I mean, it doesn't have Thalia, but... How good is Arabella with FOMO? Really good, but I don't know... Like, how do you build a Boros Delirium deck, Like, sure, the red cards are good enablers, but besides Arabella, what else is white adding, What do I lead on? I think Norin's my weakest card. I don't know. Depending on what we draw, I may not play fully into lockdown. We'll see what happens, but... Right, Kytheon's, like, better on 4. Because we can go Kytheon and hold up 3. Could do Naya, I guess, with Cash Grab, say its name, maybe. It's maybe something. Ooh, strong, all right. All right, temporary lockdown is not a real card, and it cannot hurt you. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign, because they wouldn't do that if they had lockdown, so we're fine. Everything's fine. So we probably attack for 2 and cast Redain, I think is what I'm doing this turn. Can't really do anything with Delny, I guess. This probably gets countered. Attack for 3. I guess what I was supposed to do is cast the Redain pre-combat, because then if they counter the Redain, then I can attack for 3. So yeah, I probably should have cast the Redain pre-combat. What are we doing with this Delny? I'm not sure. I mean, that's something, right? Go here. Probably just gonna get countered. Okay. I attack. Your turn. Streamer, why you no cast Norin? Streamer. 1 poison, by the way. Alternate win condition located. That's awesome, Savage. How do you expect me to beat that card? The answer is I don't. All right, click submit, because then once I come back, they don't miss anything, right? So it like works out better for everybody. No, somebody drafted Charbonnet. I was so mad. I wanted to pick him up off the waiver, but somebody fucking drafted him. Debating on attacking here. I think the 1 damage is not worth it. It's close, but... Although, I guess they're probably just... Even if I draw a land, they're just going to counter this. Big league? No, it's 10 teams. It's not even that big. You just, like... somebody just drafted him. I don't know why. I was so upset. We got a reader. I mean, I kicked your ass with it last game. You should know what it does. Or game 1. I will enter the combat phase. Combat phase entered. Decided that the only way to enjoy Modern at the moment is to register Ass Cheeks decks and have a blast doing it. Elves, huh? That sounds like fun. So what you're saying is don't play Boros. What the deuce? Yeah, I would not recommend doing that. That does not sound like you would have a good time. I mean, I'm sure some people would, but not personally, not myself. All right, I'm just going to go to combat. Am I? Hold on. What's the best way to do this? I don't want to cast Showdown this turn, because if they Wrath, I want to cast Showdown after the Wrath. So, and I also want to hold back the Norin. So I think I just go to combat and see what they do. Wait, you know what I just realized? Anim Bakal is a modified creature for Goro-Goro. It's kind of sick, right? Wait, I should have just held up Plaza. Because if I hold up Plaza and they have Verdict, I can just sack Plaza, target this. I should have held up Plaza. What am I doing? That was so bad. I always forget this has extra text. Yeah, that was awful. Right? Terrible. 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 Wandering Rescuer. Wandering Rescuer makes you lose Giganta. So I think it's probably not worth it. Sure. So their plan is to go land Emperor the Animpical? Totally fine with that. Sure, okay. On the ground. So... Imagine if I drew an untapped land there. If I didn't have Giganta, you would have had Plaza up here. Shut up. I mean, you're not wrong, but shut up. Yeah, I guess we just jam the big spell. I'm sending everything, right? I think I am. Maybe it's not worth sending everything now. But I kind of need to just deal them damage, right? Like, I should have enough stuff next turn, because what they're going to do is probably double block the Animpical, chump here, take 6, go to 7, and then they lose this, I lose, or they lose both tokens, I lose this, and then next turn I could just get lost this and probably be okay. Why would you full send? I need to get them dead, man. I gotta attack my opponent at some point. What is this song request? Yeah, I'm much happier with them doing this, I think. Because then we get to keep the Animpical around. We got to keep the Goro-Goro back. Yeah, I guess the Goro-Goro is good next turn, because I can haste some stuff. But I can even, like, put counters on these. I don't know. Do I need to haste stuff? Yeah, okay, that's annoying. Still not that bad, though. Like, we're still kind of fine. Okay, I can probably kill them, right? Here. Here. Brother, what is this song? Did I miscount? I think I miscounted. Am I one short? Fuck, I miscounted. Shit. Well, I guess, don't kill me. So I guess I'll kill the Emperor and put them to 2. Don't scam me on the volume. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to turn it down, but I'm not going to turn it up. That Goro-Goro card would have been so good here. Shut up! We didn't need it. They died anyways. See? I told you. Who needed the Goro-Goro? I don't need that shit. Surely this opponent's not going to concede the match immediately, right? Well, they're 4-0, so we'll see, I guess. El Jefe. I still see no nodders in chat. Not a single nodders. True. It's heavy as the crown, right? There's 2 of them. There's the Emptiness Machine and Heavy is the Crown, but I think we've already heard Emptiness Machine, right? I'm going to put Heavy is the Crown in the queue. Because I think that's the one that you want to listen to. Yep, that's the one that I added. Interesting. What the hell do we play first? I think we're supposed to... Man, this is weird. I think we're supposed to curve Pakal into Delny? Right? Yeah, I think it's Pakal into Delny. That's what I want to do. All right, Jose's in the queue. You want some Jazz Fusion? No! Don't take my Delny. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I'm asking nicely. Rude. Not allowed to block. Well, you know, we're probably going to die, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Can't do anything about it. Oh, wait. No, we beat Valkavoth, right? If they go land Transmogrify, they just die to Arabella. Right, I forgot about that. Never mind. I was like, man, they could just block and gain life, but that just can't happen because Arabella's fucked up. All right, cool. So, Redain, good. Is anything else good against Transmogrify? Like, would you bring in P-Hold just to kill their tokens? That sounds kind of bad, right? The song is so good. You would? I mean, it's something, right? Can you do the Ara every time you attack with Arabella? I don't know what that even is. If I had some frame of reference, I would consider it, but I don't know what that means. Let's try the holes. Let's put him in the hole. Go to your hole. That's true. I don't know the Weeb lore. I'm also not sure that I want to know the Weeb lore. Yeah, I think it's good. I think the hole's good enough. Ah, nice little 1, 2, 3. I like 1, 2, 3. This one. Arabella is a sick card. Bustin', 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 buff. Fan me down. Fan me down. I was going to say, you're not missing a land drop here, are you? If you're missing a land drop, you are fucking dead. You might just be dead anyways. They can't Transmogrify next turn, so I don't have to play Redain. They can Pyroclasm, but what's nice about Anim is it gets the counter even if it itself doesn't attack, so this at least survives Pyroclasm, and it survives Path of Peril, so... Okay, well... It turns out they did miss a land drop. Containment Priest is okay against Phoenix. It is nonsense against Greasefang. It's like, I guess it's okay. It's good against Enigmatic, right? It's got some matchups where it's okay. The issue with it against Phoenix is they can just hold up a mana for like a Fiery Impulse. So it's not that good against Phoenix. It's a really good one-lander, but it is a one-lander. Okay, this hand works. This hand does the thing. This deck, huh? Am I ever blocking with Kytheon on turn 2? No, but Kytheon lets me potentially cast Get Lost next turn. I don't know if I want to, but at least gives me the option. That's bad. Okay, I was going to say, if they attack, I'll block. How likely is it that I die if I play Thalia? Like 0%, right? Even if they, worst case scenario, have land Fatal Push, they go land Fatal Push, Slick Shots 3, then the most amount of damage they could possibly deal is like attack for 4 and then fling the Slick Shot, which would be 6 more. That's 10. Yeah, I don't think it's possible for them to kill me next turn if I play Thalia. Again, even assuming worst case scenario, they have the Fatal Push. And if they don't have the removal spell, then we're fucking chilling. Sure. It's like medium annoying. Ooh, they're missing a land drop? That's good. That is good news. So now I think I want to go land, Inti. Yeah, I guess I should have just not played the land first, because then I could have just discarded the Skrelv. And then even if I miss on land, I can go Sokens on Zurgo post-combat. But I was thinking about maybe playing the Skrelv. Is it better to play Skrelv? No, I don't think so. Let's do it this way. Counter here. Who has the palette? Let's be real. Yeah, definitely not me. Where are they blocking? It's a weird block. All right, go. Yeah, maybe they have Claim to Fame, but the Claim to Fame costs 2, and if that's their whole turn, like, kind of okay with that. They Claim to Fame, we take 6, go to 10, then we can go, like, send everything, flip the Kytheon, get lost a Slick Shot, make the other one attack the Kytheon, and then we probably are not going to die next turn. I think we're doing okay here. Maybe they forgot about the counter on the from the Inti. I'll be decided a deck for DC. You should play Izzet Phoenix. Look, whatever you do, you can't go wrong as long as you play the Rakdos. As long as you don't play the Rakdos Prowess deck. All right, so we take 9. Probably should not have played that land. That was a huge mistake. It's fine. No. Go here. And then... this must attack Gideon, and then we can hold up Get Lost for the other Slick Shot. So we should be fine. Yeah, this has to attack Gideon. This we can get lost. I don't really know how they get out of this. We have the Thalion play too, so... I mean, I guess they could hold this back and play another creature to block? That's their out, right? But then if they do that, the Gideon doesn't die. So we just animate the Gideon and kill them, right? Did I get yours in the queue? You did not redeem a song request. So don't lie to me. All right, Rakdos Prowess. Portable Hole coming in. Rip, Norin, Redane. Is that it? I think that's it, right? But you said one? Yeah, I don't care. Did you redeem it? No. Next question. This might be a Delney out type of situation. As much as I like Delney, it's like on the draw, it's kind of awkward. And I think I want to keep all the 2s instead. This deck is feeling kind of good. I don't know about you guys, but I'm liking this. You think that's Skrelv? Would you rather have Skrelv than Delny? I kind of like Skrelv just because it makes our Mox Amber draws better. Like if we ever open on Skrelv, Kytheon, Amber, I'd rather just double spell on one. Because double spelling, or you can even go like Skrelv, Mox Amber, Portable Hole. It makes those hands so much better. This hand sucks. This hand does not suck. This hand definitely does not suck. Could have got one Skrelv instead of that one Norin. Yep. Jesus Christ, look at this fucking hand. Are you kidding me? They're less likely to push this. So I'll just cast this one. Not double one drop. Yeah, but we can go Arabella, Mox, Kytheon on 2, right? And then just cook them on 3 with Animbacall. That was the reason to play Kytheon, by the way. Although kind of never punished. So here's the question. We have to go Thalia over Arabella here, right? Yeah, so let's go Thalia Kytheon. No, I did not update the Mox field, but I will. All right, let me get the Mox field. I'm just going to upload a new version and call it version 2. Boros Legends V2. Okay, there's that. Yeah, copy, edit, com, deck there, and then extensions. Do this. Cool. All right, updated. Now, the question is, how do we proceed from here? That is a good question. How do they stop Gideon flipping? I don't know that I mean, I could flip Kytheon this turn, but, like, okay, if I attack with everything, right, they're just going to go Swift Spear on Kytheon, force me to activate it, which I guess is fine, because then I'm paying 3 mana to kill their Swift Spear. Then I can go untap the Thalia, give it indestructible. It doesn't sound that bad, right? Oh, that's true. I could just exile it and recast it, right? Wait, why don't I just do that then? Why don't I go Animpakal, send everything? The problem with sending everything is they can double block Thalia, right? So maybe I go Arabella, send everything, and then if they double block Thalia, I can just replay the Thalia. Is that good? And we can play the Animbacall next turn. Yeah, that's probably the best line. Because then we get to flip the Kytheon too. So basically, if they block Kytheon, I can indestructible, or if they double block Thalia, I can just exile this. So they don't really have any good blocks. Yeah, they just take it all. So this kind of works out. And now I think we go red, white, Arabella, and then I think we indestructible, untap Thalia. Right? I think that makes sense. And then they just get absolutely cooked next turn with the Animbacall. Wisdom Shroomy, thank you for the 29-month resub. Welcome back, Shroomy. We did play the Esper Pile MSV. I think that deck has some interesting things going for it, but I think that mana base needs tweaking, the sideboard needs a lot of help, and not sold on the Overlords. But I did like a lot of what was going on. Thalia just kind of solos these Rakdos decks, huh? They did not attack. It concerns me. Wait, hear me out. What if I just Gideon, Indestructible the Arabella, play the Anapakal, and shove? Holy shit, Gideon Arabella's absurd. Wait a minute, what? You just get to do this every single turn? And they can't ever kill it? What the fuck? That's insane. Dude, what the fuck? What is this? Holy shit, dude. That ain't real. That ain't real. Oh my god. No. Norin Swing is pretty free. Yeah, I guess that's true. I could attack with Norin, and then if they... I mean, I'm just going to end up exiling it, right? It's the same thing, you know? Wow, Gideon plus Arabella is kind of fucked up. I didn't realize how sick that interaction was. You just get to attack for free every single turn. We're playing 0 Adeline because of Gigantha. And believe it or not, with Arabella, I think Anapakal is just better. Because Arabella, like, Adeline is too big to trigger off Arabella, and this goes wider, which makes Arabella even better. So I actually think that this might be a better card than Adeline in this specific version. Because it's so much better with Arabella. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, Norin Arabella is nice too. Oh, right, because even if they block the Arabella, you can just exile and then replay it. Okay, that's good too. Yeah. You don't even need the Gideon, just Norin is good with Arabella. Okay, they exiled Monstrous Rage. That's a little scary. We're going to have to do some math here. I think the math doesn't work out that well for me. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I think if I... Oh, okay. Wait, what? The post-combat Monstrous Rage. Nice. What is happening right now? What is going on? Didn't see that coming? Me neither. I don't need to cast this, but I want to. Alright, I attack. Come back! We're 4-0 with Arabella, by the way. Anyways, trophy match. Do you believe in the toys? This hand is cracked. We finally have the double 1-drop start. Alright, so Amber. And we drew Arabella. Jesus Christ. Get a body bag, but not for me. This hand is fucking silly. This hand is ridiculous. Question is, what do we do on 2? I almost just want to go Goro-Goro activate. And then we can have the Goro-Goro in play to set up Arabella. I think I like that. Although I guess they're probably just going to Fatal Push the Goro-Goro. Sure. They discarded Fable. That's kind of interesting. Because they have second one. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so... kind of just want to go attack with both... I'm not going to discard with the Inti, because I want to keep the Get Lost in hand in case they have Shieldred as a follow-up, so we're just going to go here, here, and here. And hope they can't kill Arabella, I guess, but I probably can. I guess I could have discarded the Get Lost to the Inti, but what's nice about this is they're so likely to kill Arabella this turn, and I think I want to keep... Like, I want to keep something in hand to be able to discard to Inti after they kill Arabella. What? Block here. Well, I guess blocking here is bad if they go land, Mayhem Devil, sack the treasure, and then have, like, Village Rights or something. Maybe blocking there was bad. This matchup is probably not great for us. Okay. I could trample over that. Not entirely sure how much that helps. Let's go to combat. I think we go discard Thalia, put a counter on Norin. Bro, I said I didn't want the Thalia. I will choose to not exile Zurgo. Okay. Bro, stop. This is not looking good, folks. Not looking great. Especially if they have Mayhem Devil. We're kind of just cooked. Alright. Dead. This matchup seems horrendous for us, by the way. Like, actual worst possible matchup. could not have possibly queued into a worse matchup playing for the trophy. How do we do this? How the hell do we do this? I think we have to bring in Showdown, because they have the ability to just kill every single thing that I play, and I can't envision myself ever winning a game that doesn't involve Showdown. So I'm going to bring in those, and I think I might also want to bring in the Holes. Yeah, the Redain is good, too. Holes good against Blood Tithe, Witch's Oven. Plenty of things that we can cut. We can trim on Norin. I'm going to cut at least one Skrelv. I want to make sure I keep enough ones for the Mox Amber draws, but Thalia is horrendous against them, I think. And then I can swap... Actually, how good is Get Lost against them? If we're going to bring in Portable Hole, like, what is Get Lost killing in? Or what is Get Lost killing? Mayhem Devil, I guess? The issue with Get Lost is if we're killing anything that isn't Mayhem Devil, it just gives them maps to use for Mayhem Devil, right? Could shave an Amber, yeah. I could do this and just keep all the Get Losts. What do you think about this? I'm not going to bring in Rest in Peace. This doesn't look awful, right? Thoughts? We have 4 Portable Hole. Do we need more stuff for Oven? I guess it kills Fable, too. It does kill Fable. Alright, I guess you could talk me into that. Over a Delny. I think Delny is one of my other ways to like steal wins. Like Delny plus Anambakal or Delny plus it's a lot of holes. Delny plus Arabella. Okay, we can work with this. I think it's this. No, they don't have a thing to attack with on 3 for Anambakal. Might just be the hole. What if... There's no way I can put back a land with this hand, right? Alright, I'm going to put this back and hope they don't have Cat Oven. Hold. We're annihilated one more time. It's not the worst. I think I'm getting in for a damage because if they have Fatal Push, I don't really care if they kill the Kytheon. I'd honestly rather just have the Skrelv in play anyways, I think. So, ooh. Okay, hold. Hold. Okay, do this, trigger here. Still holding up Skrelv, then we can flip the Kytheon next turn. I mean, we really just have to dodge exactly Path of Peril here. Anything else, we're fine. Yeah, it's not ideal, but Delny is still pretty good here, right? Wait, are we supposed to Delny or are we supposed to Animpakal? I think we have to Delny here, right? Because if we showdown this turn, we're not going to be able to double Animpakal next turn. So I think it's more important to do it this way. Because, like, if I play the showdown and attack, it's a 3-power creature. Then if I Delny the following turn, it doesn't trigger the Delny. That's fine. Right, yeah. Also sort of fine. They're at 11. Pretty sure I agreed this. Because, like, worst case scenario, if I miss on untap land, then I can just kill this next turn. I did not miss. Which is nice. Are you ever supposed to kill the Massacre there? There's no way, right? Because I can probably just kill them next turn. Like, even through this, I think I can still kill them next turn. Tithe couldn't block? I always forget about that. Yeah, I always forget about that. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I always forget about that. Okay, I should have killed the Massacre then. It didn't, I guess it didn't matter because they had a second one anyways. So, like, it didn't end up mattering, right? I think it's better to just cast all of these and not haste anything. Question is, where do I want the counters? Would I rather have an extra counter on this or this? Probably Arabella? It's kind of close. I feel like I'd rather have them kill... You know what I could do? I could just load both up on here. And then if they kill this, I have the backup Zurgo. It's, like, somewhat interesting. I don't hate that. It's worse against push, though. I'll just put it here. Because I think the Arabella is... Oh, right, I don't want to make 3/3s. Forgot about that. That's a good call. Okay, that was worse. So yeah, I guess at that point it was better to go one on Zurgo, one on Arabella. And then that way I would still have two 2-power creatures. Yeah, that would have been a little bit better. Are we going to get to activate the hidden text on Goro-Goro? Trigger Mayhem Double, by the way. Oh, man, that's funny. Trigger Mayhem Double, by the way. They have 2 cards in hand. Deal 1 to Goro. Okay. Goro has 1 damage on it. Trigger doesn't happen in paper. Yeah, that's true. Question. Legend rule is not considered sacrificing, right? Like, you're just keeping it due to state-based effects. You're not actually... It doesn't trigger Mayhem Devil. I've never had this come up before. It's not? Okay. I didn't think it was, but... Because I kind of want to put a counter on this so they can't just eat it for free. It's a little loose, but... Rationality. Yeah, it does trigger that, but that's fine. Because this way they have to, like, what, double block the Arabella to kill it? I mean, obviously they could just have Fatal Push for Goro-Goro, but... Make sure I read this right. Okay, so how does combat work? They're probably going to sack this, ping Goro, trade here, which is fine-ish. Make a 5/5. Yeah, so they can go Cauldron Familiar here, bounce off of here, sack here, ping here, take 3, go to 8. I have to do this now, right? Because it's attacking modified creature. Or instead of making a 5/5, what if I just did that? Is that better? Delamerk, thank you for the 44-month resub. Welcome back, Delamerk. I don't think that's better. Because, like, they clearly don't have Fatal Push in hand. They probably would have killed this by now, right? I think I'm just going to trade the Goro and make a 5/5. Well, I mean, they could just have Fatal Push, right? No, Plaza exiles. Contrary to popular belief, this does not trigger Devil because it exiles. Which is weird. I don't know why it exiles, but... They kill Arabella. Well, no, because I can just hold up the Plaza and wait for them to target, right? So, like, I let damage happen, I don't do anything, then they just go end phase, pop the blood, target, and then I can, after they target, then use the Plaza. Yeah, I guess I could have waited till end of combat. But, like, they have no reason to use the blood in combat, right? So they're just not going to use it. I don't know, man. I put it in my deck for a reason, I guess, right? One of, by the way. We got a reader, folks. We have a reader, folks. What does that even do? Don't worry about it. So this deals them 2, they go to 7, the dragon's lethal. Right? Unless they have Fatal Push for the dragon, which would suck, but... Alright. Game 3. I mean, I think I like the way that we sideboarded. Like, trimming on a lot of the small shit and just becoming a bigger deck. Thalia's worse than the draw, so I don't want that. I think I still like no Rest in Peace. I could see the third Get Lost, I guess, but... Skrelv is kind of scuffed. What do you want to play instead of Skrelv, though? Like, I understand it is scuffed, but we need some sort of density of 1-drops to pair with the Mox Amber, I think. Because, like, we need to make sure that our Mox Ambers are functional cards. This game looks slow, but it has Showdown, so I think it's good enough. Oh, 2-drop located. 2-drop located. Just realized that we're 4-0 with this. Are you surprised? Why would you be surprised that we're 4-0 with Aurelia Exemplar of Justice? I don't even know the name of the card. I think I'm protecting Goro-Goro here. It's stupid. I mean, if they have a removal spell, they're just going to target Skrelv, but... How many 5-0s do you think Aurelia has? Probably not that many. I would imagine not that many. Maybe back in whatever standard format it was in. Was it like second Ravnica standard? Okay, that's a little sketch. Yeah, Guilds of Ravnica. So I guess I can go Anim, Pakal, Skrelv here, attack. Is that even good? What does that even accomplish? It gets 2 damage in and a counter on an Anim, Pakal. I mean, it sets us up for the Delny play next turn. I have a bad feeling this Mayhem Devil is just going to cook us, though. I have a very bad feeling about this Mayhem Devil. Well, the nice thing about like doing it this way is if they have Meat Hook for 2, I get to keep the Anim Pakal. But if I like play if I play this and pass, or if I play Delny and pass, then the Meat Hook gets everything. So the only way I can play around Massacre is putting a counter on this. Which, like, this is the only way I can do that, you know? And honestly, Massacre here is not that bad, because now I can go Delny double trigger here, so it's like... This is honestly still not that bad for us. Second Massacre would kind of suck, but... To what we got... Probably not beating the second Massacre. Although, I don't know, though. If they have second Massacre, we still get to keep the Anim Pakal. Well, we're halfway there. Okay. They have Oven. They have Deadly Dispute. Okay. Yeah, Delny's probably going to die. But, like, Delny dying is not that big of a deal, because we've already got our value from it. That is bad. Not ideal. Hopefully, I mean, we have 2 showdowns, though, so... This is going to be a tight one. They can't block token. Delny makes it so they can't block the tokens. All right, showdown. Do your work. Hold. Let's go here. Finding the Get Lost is sick. I think we go no attacks this turn. I could trade a token for 4 damage. Is that worth it? It's close, right? That might have actually been fine, trading a token for 4 damage. Yeah, I think I should have attacked there. I guess it's 3 post Meat Hook. Yeah, that's fair. It's only 3 damage. It still honestly might be worth it. Finding the Get Lost for the Mayhem Devil is massive. Okay. It's interesting. Okay, what's the best way to sequence this? I think I'm supposed to start with Portable Hole. Yeah, I'm supposed to start with Hole, target Witch's Oven, I think. And the question is, do we target a Gnome token? No, I don't think so. Because if I target a Gnome token, they could just sack this to kill it. So I think I target here. And then I think the second play that I'm going to make is Get Lost on Mayhem Devil after I've hold the Oven. And then I might also hold the Massacre after that. Showdown is such a ridiculous card. Missing white for that. Am I? Oh, I don't have a white legendary creature. Right. True. Well, I think casting Get Lost is way more important. Clearly, right? When you're beside me. Some days the playlist just hits different, you know? They try to bait me into doing something. I could respond to this. Get Lost the Devil target here. It's pretty good, right? Because then I theoretically get to save a token this way. Because I'm going to end up targeting a token anyways. Sure, they can sack the Devil and target the same token, but then I still just have one more token in play, right? It's kind of the same thing. Sure. Now I get destroyed. How do I get destroyed? Yeah, they also don't get maps, which is kind of huge, right? Okay, so now we go here. Counter here, I think. Now, here's the question. Are we discarding a card to Inti? Like, am I discarding Portable Hole? I feel like no. I think we just do this and don't even let them trade for the gnome token with the cat. Because then I could just pump up the other gnome tokens next turn, right? I think I like this. Yeah, just no discard. All right. And then next turn we can go Hull the Massacre, play Showdown, pump the other 2 gnome tokens, and then we have a bunch of creatures that don't trade for Cauldron Familiar. I mean, worst case scenario, obviously they have a second Meathook Massacre. That would fucking suck, but... Alright, they're hellbent. Hold! Hold! Do not draw Meathook Massacre, please. Lucas, don't do this to me. Lucas, don't do this to me. Alright, opponent has drawn a land. That's very good for us. You'll love to see that. They're at 16. Can I kill them with Den? No, because they have a blocker with the cat. Alright, let's just do this first. Target gnome. I guess they do have Hive too, yeah. Wreck me. You wreck me. True, they do have the Hive. So... I think it's still better to put the counter here. Just spread them around a little bit. I can maybe try to make 2 3/3s. Okay. Now we can go Plaza, Arabella. Make Inti a 3/3. Are we okay trading Inti for Hive? Probably, right? Because I have a second Inti. So we just go here, discard Needleverge Pathway, put a counter on the gnome token. So now they go Animate Hive, block a 2/2, take 8, go to 8. I guess this does make the Arabella worse next turn, because now I have 2 3-power creatures. But they're not going to trade for the 3/3, I don't think. They're going to eat a 2/2, yeah. It's amazing what 2 Showdown of the Skulls does, huh? What a really messed up card. Did they draw land? We did it! Let's go! We 5-0'd with Aurelia. The card that nobody in the chat knows what it did. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Look at that. Aurelia 5-0. Is that Aurelia's first 5-0 in recorded history? I do think this deck is pretty sick. If you're watching us on YouTube, I really hope you enjoyed the video. As far as, you know, changes, I mean, it's hard to say changes when we just 5-0'd, but I like what's going on here. Arabella felt pretty good. The Goro-Goros being able to give your creatures haste was kind of nice. The Aurelia may have been a meme, but it came up and it was pretty good. It seems like a fine top end card. I don't know. Everything felt pretty good. Not really sure with the change. If you got any suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye, YouTube.